I'm going to start off by showing my visual aid, which is a baseball bat, because I'm going to be talking about a professional baseball player today. So, professional baseball is America's pastime that many Americans enjoy watching between April and October of every year. And as we enjoy watching this popular sport, we often overlook the challenges that many historical players faced during their career. So with that being said, the first African-American professional baseball player was Jackie Robinson. And during his career, he ultimately changed the game of baseball and professional sports as a whole. And he had many hardships regarding racism throughout his career. And according to Frank DeFord in his article, Crossing the Bar, Jackie Robinson was a super beat athlete there ever was, and he was one of the most significant racial figures in American history. So just a preview of what we'll go through today, I'm going to give you some background information on the early stages of his baseball career, and then talk about some of the challenges that he faced, and then I'll finish up with some of his accomplishments that he had throughout his career. So let's start off with the background information. Jackie Robinson graduated from John Muir High School, where he played 4 sports. He played football, basketball, baseball, and ran track. After graduating, he went to Pasadena College, where he continued to play the same 4 sports. And then he eventually moved on to UCLA, where he was the first athlete at UCLA to letter in 4 different sports. And many of his coaches actually thought that he would go to the Olympics and do high jump for that. But before graduating from UCLA, he left a couple months early and went to pursue a professional football career with a small team. So at this point, it was really easy to see how athletic Jackie Robinson was. So after Pearl Harbor happened, he was drafted into the military, and he served a couple of years there until he was dismissed due to some tensions he had with some officers regarding the segregation laws that were set up in the military during World War II. And after he left the military, he coached at Sam Houston College, and while he was there, he was offered an offer to go play for a Negro League for the Kansas City Monarchs. Okay, so he played for the Kansas City Monarchs for a while, and then he was traded to the Brooklyn Dodgers in 1946, and then he made his major league debut for the Brooklyn Dodgers in 1947. So now that you kind of know how he got to the majors, we'll go over some of the challenges that he faced. So beginning with the initial start of his career, he had a lot of racial tensions rise between the Americans, and according to he also had problems with, they wouldn't let him play at certain facilities, he couldn't stay in certain hotels, which really hindered his ability to practice, play, and to just have the rest that he needed before games and things like that. And then when he was with the Brooklyn Dodgers, he had a lot of tensions with the teammates as well. A lot of them didn't want him to be on the team. And according to Susan Chance in The True Color of Heroism, 3 of Jackie's teammates actually tried to petition to get him off of the team, and there were efforts to physically hurt him as well. And then while playing other teams, they were always stepping on his hands and his fingers while he was sliding into bases or throwing at him and pitching at him and yelling racial slurs at him as well. So now that you can see the challenges, we'll go through and we'll look at some of the records and accomplishments that he had. So despite the adversity and the challenges, he had many accomplishments that include a 10-year career with 6 World Series appearances and 1 World Series win. From Breaking Records and Breaking Barriers website, it said that he stole home plate 19 times in his career, which is an average of almost 2 times per season, which is a really huge accomplishment and really hard to do. He was Rookie of the Year in 1947, and he was inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame in 1962. And also, one of his biggest accomplishments was that the number 42 is retired for all Major League Baseball teams, and the only time it's worn is on April 15th, and it's National Jackie Robinson's Day, and each player on each team wears the number. So through this, I hope that I was able to portray to you some of the challenges and some of the huge impact that Jackie Robinson had on professional sports as a whole and on the American society. And through his perseverance and his courage on and off the field, he was able to change professional baseball and professional sports as a whole. Do you have any questions?
Was he married?
Yes, he was married, and he met his wife at UCLA a couple of months before he ended up leaving. And they stayed together until he was with the Brooklyn Dodgers, and then his whole career.
Why'd you choose the subject?
My family is really interested in baseball, and so it was just something that was passionate to us, and just with all the current events coming on right now, it's just important to talk about some of the people that have impacted history in the past as well. So, okay, thank you for listening to my speech today.